Hi, and welcome to Grade Gov News. Well, it appears that we have all survived the sequester. Congress survived it this week, and the president survived it. And I'm going to go out on a limb a little bit and say that I think ultimately the sequester, the cut in $85 billion worth of monies going to the federal government, I think it's actually going to end up being a good thing. And here's why in a nutshell. Senator Coburn is a Republican from Oklahoma, and he has for years taken on the task of trying to educate the American people of all the duplicative programs that are in our federal government. He has asked repeatedly and gotten many reports from the Government Accounting Office on this very subject. There are $67.9 billion worth of non-defense duplicative programs that the Government Accounting Office has listed. They also say there are 1,362 duplicative programs that could be cut. Now, of course, a duplicative program is one that obviously is a program that is done by more than one agency doing the same thing. If they were to cut these programs, these 1,362 duplicative agency programs, they could save $364.5 billion over 10 years. Now remember, the sequester is $85 billion between now and the end of September. So in my view, the sequester could end up being good news because it gets the news out about all the government waste that occurs in our federal government. You know who else I think thinks it's good news is President Barack Obama. Remember, he spent most of February going across the country telling everybody about the doom and gloom that was going to be caused by the sequester. And then all of a sudden, on Friday, when the sequester is about to kick in, he admits that it is something that we will be able to weather. He also called a summit, a sequester summit. He called the leaders of Congress down to the White House Friday morning. It lasted less than an hour. There have been sequesters like this going back from 1985 when the sequester process was created under the Graham, Rudman, Hollings. Those are three senators created this process back in 1985. There have been sequesters in 85, 87, and 90, 93, 97. Many budget summits, sequester summits. They have occurred in Andrews Air Force Base. They have occurred in the basement of the United States Capitol, in the third floor of the United States Capitol, in the leaders of the House and the Senate. Hours and hours, days and days, these sequester summits have occurred and resulted in budget deals. President Obama had a sequester summit this Friday. It lasted less than an hour. I heard from a friend who attended the meeting, and he said that the president was lackadaisical, actually acted bored in this 50-minute meeting. And we've seen him act that way, act bored, just not connected. Remember the first debate between Governor Romney and President Obama for the presidential debate. That lackluster, that's what this friend of mine said he acted like in the meeting. Why would he be so lackluster? Why would he be so almost bored with the whole process? Unless he's okay with the process taking place because it offers him a scapegoat. It offers him the ability to blame the sequester for everything that happens bad in the economy. Gosh, for the next couple of years, it's a built-in excuse. So I think the president actually is glad the sequester has taken place. There'll be another fiscal crisis coming down the pike, and it comes at the end of March. We talked about it in last week's video when we talked about the third birthday party. Well, this is another urging of Grade Gov members and folks that are not members of Grade Gov to go on Grade Gov, urge your member of Congress, do not fund the healthcare state exchanges in the next fiscal crisis bill, which will expire the end of March, and that is the continuing resolution. Remember, we talked about the state healthcare exchanges. They had to be set up by each state by February 15th. And almost half of them said, no, we are not going to do that. So the money, the responsibility, the duty will now fall on the federal government. And when they wrote Obamacare, they did not expect nor plan for this new responsibility. So the bottom line is they will need money. And the next big fiscal crisis, the next big fiscal budget bill is the appropriations bill called the Omnibus Appropriations Bill, or CR, and that expires at the end of March. So I urge you again, please tell your members of Congress, go on GradeGov and write your members of Congress and let them know you do not want any more of your money spent on implementing the state healthcare exchanges under Obamacare. The governors are starting to sound the call, and the House of Representatives is considering doing the continuing resolution as early as next week. So time is of the essence. Anything you can do to let your member of Congress know would be greatly appreciated. You can check out all of these and other information on gradegov.com. In the meantime, have a wonderful, blessed week, and I will talk to you real soon. So stay tuned.